Allah for everything.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, everything God give me.
Hello guys, hope you're doing well. Amin here, Mr. NH2, and today we've got another episode, completely new genre, not just footballers. We've got a fighter, we've got a killer here, Magic Norbert Novenyi. How are you, brother?
I'm good. Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Cool, nice to meet you. How's your journey here coming down?
It was good. It was good. A little bit of traffic. That's why I was a little bit late, but otherwise, all right, chilled.
It's London for you, yeah?
Yeah,
Traffic.
honestly, you can't do anything here, huh?
Yeah. So what I usually do with all my guests, I'm sure you've seen it, I like to start from the beginning, okay? Because the guys watching here, most of them are young,
Yeah.
ready to learn, ready to see everything. So introduce yourself, who you are, and then we'll work from there.
Well, so I'm Norbert Novenyi Jr. I'm a professional MMA fighter. I was signed to Bellator MMA. When PFL bought Bellator, I asked for my release. So right now I'm with a French organization called Hexagon. But yeah, I'm just a fighter, and I'm a lucky guy. That's all I can say. I've been around like a lot of celebrities in my life. I've done a lot of different kind of things, but it's obviously fighting is what my main thing is.
Your
So
passion.
yeah, well,
Yeah. And I've done some research. Obviously, you're not from here. You are actually born in Budapest.
Yeah.
Right. So how's it like being born there? Completely different country, different culture, and coming down here.
yeah, culture is definitely a little bit different, or at least it was. Now it's gonna a lot more similar to the UK, or to the West. But when I moved out here, obviously it was a bit of a culture shock for me. Not like it's not like Hungary is like so behind or whatever. Do you get
Yeah.
what I mean? It's just, but there are like some cultural differences, especially in behavior or like in general personality traits of the people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I moved out here and I was young, I was 13, 14, and basically my mum moved out here before me. Um and I just came out. I was speaking to my dad because my dad was my coach at the time in Hungary, and he was like, "Listen, you go out at least like you can go for a year. Worst case, you learn how to speak English properly, and then you come back, and then we continue
Came on,
training."
continue, yeah.
And I came here, and I just fell in love with the country. I found probably the best team in the world, and I'm just super grateful.
Yeah, you see it a lot as well. A lot of people move from countries looking for an opportunity here. They
Yeah.
come in here, they hook onto it, and
Yeah.
they like get better and better every day.
But I guess it depends as well, because for me, when I got here, I really felt like I need to integrate. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So, all my friends were like in my school. I'm pretty sure, apart from me in my year, there was one other foreign kid who was American. So everyone was like English. So I'm just
English.
like, cool. Like I'm the foreign kid, so I have to integrate. And yeah, so for me that was super important, and to this day it's very important for me.
Exactly. Yeah, you
Yeah.
got to be like, everyone here has similar norms or stuff. You got to
Yeah.
try and at least show respect and do
100%.
things.
So
Exactly.
that's like for me, that's so important. Especially as a foreigner, like I got to integrate, and I keep my culture, and I appreciate I'm from Hungary and stuff
Proud
like
of
that.
it.
But I am more. It's very funny because in Hungarian I've got an accent now. So you know how I've got a little
Oh,
accent
yeah.
in my English. My Hungarian is even stronger, and obviously now I think in English. I don't think in Hungarian anymore. So
Oh,
when
wow,
so when I speak in Hungarian, I have to like think of the words. But yeah, like even when I go back there, I feel like I'm judged more. Well, I'm looked at that like an English boy rather than a Hungarian guy. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, that's with me as well.
Yeah.
Like
Where you from?
Algeria.
Okay, Algerian.
Yeah.
Okay.
So whenever I go back to Algeria,
Yeah.
same with obviously in my home we just spoke Arabic,
Yeah.
and I had to learn English in primary school.
Yeah.
So they'd ask me, if I was naughty back in school.
Yeah.
Do you want to go to the head teacher? I'd say la in Arabic.
Yeah.
I'd say no or yeah.
Yeah.
And I had to learn slowly. But I have an accent as well. When I got to Algeria, they could
Yeah, but
tell.
were you born in?
I'm born here.
Okay, there's difference. For me, I
Yeah.
actually lived 13 years there.
13's
So,
quite a bit as well.
Yeah. So actually, I was reading something scientifically, and like when you move here after 13, that's when you can never. When you move to another country, after 13, you can never lose the accent. So it looks like I'm gonna stick with
Yeah.
this a little bit. But yeah, Algeria is actually one of my favorite writers is from Algeria, Albert Camus.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I listen to Algerian music, more Moroccan, but I listen to some Algerian
Yeah,
music.
that's good. Algeria's nice as well. Like,
Yeah.
you should come.
Hey, we've got biggest desert in it, so
Exactly, yeah.
yeah, I
Sahara.
need to go. I want to go Morocco first, and then maybe Algeria as well.
So, pit stop in Algeria.
Yeah, maybe.
More than welcome, bro.
Yeah, is it a lot stricter though in Algeria compared to Morocco? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morocco's more opened up for tourism, but
Yeah.
Algeria, because we've got the oil, like We
Yeah,
don't need the tourism money as
yeah.
much. But
Well, if I'm in the country and I'm not training, I need to party.
exactly,
So
that's true.
first is
That's-
gonna be Morocco. I need to calm down first, then I come Algeria.
yeah, cool. And let's talk about your childhood as well, growing up. Because 13 years in Budapest, in Hungary,
Yeah.
what kind of things did you do there? Were you like introduced to fighting straight away, straight out the womb, or did you just pick it up because you looked to your father? Or
Yeah, so well, yeah, my dad was a fighter, and he got me into sports early on. So I was doing karate when I was a year and a half old. Do you get what I mean? Year and a half years. Yeah, year and a half old, and I was just doing it for fun. But he made me do loads of different sports, from gymnastics to football to loads of different
Mhm.
stuff, and he opened his gym. So I did wrestling and boxing as well, but I never liked it.
yeah,
And that kung fu, I was doing kung fu for quite a bit. I fell in love with basketball, and then he opened his gym when I was 9, so probably 2009, 2010, and that's when I just fell in love with the sport and then stuck with it.
yeah.
Yeah,
And he was a champion as well, wasn't he?
yeah. He won the 1980 Greco-Roman Olympics in wrestling, or Olympics in Greco-Roman wrestling, and then WACO World and European Champion kickboxing, and went on to winning some smaller MMA world titles, and FILA, which is now UWW, like United World Wrestling, whatever, yeah,
Yeah,
World Wrestling
that thing.
Organization,
Yeah,
yeah. So yeah, like he's a bit of a G when it comes to that. He's been around. He tried all types of fighting.
yeah,
I feel like if he wasn't born in Hungary like in the 50s during the Soviet era, I think
yeah, yeah.
he could have been something big in in terms of like he was one of the first MMA fighters in a way, like one of the first people that actually mixed fighting. But
Combination of stuff.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, if he went out, maybe to America early on, he would have been in the UFC early on. So who knows?
One of the first ones as well, because
Yeah,
that's when that period after 1980 and 90s,
exactly.
that's when it started.
Yeah, so he could have, but he went into movies after he did this, he did that. So yeah.
Yeah. And let's talk about 1980s because you said it as well, the Soviet era. That time when he was a wrestler, did he compete for the entire like Soviet Union? So from Russia all the way to
No, so
like,
obviously he was competing for Hungary, but he competed through with everyone. So actually, so in '84, the Soviet countries weren't allowed to go to the States because it was a Cold War.
Cold War, yeah.
So what actually ended up happening, they had the Soviet countries organized it was called the Friendship Games or something like that. And obviously America wasn't invited. Now, America is not very good at Greco-Roman anyway. They're more a freestyle wrestling country,
Yeah.
and my dad was a Greco-Roman wrestler. So all the good countries like Cuba to Russia to Georgia to all these countries that are very good at Greco-Roman, Japan, wherever, they were all at the friendship games, which my dad won as well. So
Oh yeah.
on technically, like, so when you win Olympics, you get money for
Yeah,
after,
like
yeah,
sponsor and everything.
yeah. So he actually won 2 Olympics that way, because obviously the second one, the friendship game, wasn't technically an Olympics, but it kind of now in Hungary it
Unofficial.
counts as one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
it. He
yeah,
conquered them all, man.
yeah. So he was pretty good. Like, I wish I could get a hold of him when he was younger to feel what he was like. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. And growing up with your father, did you get because he was competing, obviously,
Yeah.
going to these places, training pretty much every day, like a champ does, trains.
Now when I was a kid, he was more into, like, that's when he was doing filming and movies and
After.
stuff like, yeah.
Okay.
He still had like MMA and stuff like that, but I was just too young. He had like
Yeah.
2 MMA fights, but I was too young. I never really understood it, and
Yeah.
I don't remember him training. Do you get? I was just way too young.
Yeah.
Plus, I think we had like a lot of family stuff going on at the time as well, so I don't really
Switch
remember.
over.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
And did he kind of have an impact on you the way he obviously you said he had his gym and things like that? Did he kind of give you the best way to start your fighting career?
In terms of the best way to start, yeah, because of him, I started with wrestling. So I've got a wrestling base which a lot of people don't have. And I've been doing it for a very long time. So in terms of that, yeah, but I feel like even if I trained under him until now, I would never be the same level as I am now, just because the coaching at London Shoot Fighters is what gave me that real, like,
Edge.
edge. Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
mentality wise. Like my dad, even though he's an Olympic champion and a hard worker or whatnot, he's like, take these days off. He's like very like, you need to take the weekends off. You need to take that off. You don't have to train this many times. My dad is very like, he pulls back, whereas my coaches that shoot is like, if let's say I'm in every single day, all year round, and I just take one day off, I just get a phone call like, why you not in?
Oh,
Yeah, that's like,
hardcore.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's horrible. So it's, I think that's what really, and technically, obviously, my coaches are amazing. It's like a lot more um well-rounded than my dad. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's the thing. Sometimes got to go out in the world and sit with people they have different mentalities,
yeah,
different approaches, and take bits out of them, isn't
yeah.
it?
Also, it's just my head coach, my head coaches are both Paul and Alexis. They've been doing it for a long time. And Paul, he lived in Japan. He did everything. He had bare knuckle fights, whatnot. And then Alexis, he's been boxing since he was a kid. He's got a WBC heavyweight world champion boxing like boxer,
Yeah.
and several other world champion boxers. So he's an amazing boxing coach, and at the same time, he's been a black belt in jiu-jitsu for over 20 years,
Everything.
and
Yeah.
he qualified to 2 Olympics in wrestling. So when I'm talking about technical knowledge, that guy has it all. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And so does Paul. Paul has been around it for a long time. So like I'm really blessed in that sense with my coaches. The issue is they just push you to the
Yeah.
edge.
Yeah. They got to.
Have you ever seen uh Whiplash?
Yeah.
It's a
The
bit like that. Honestly, it's a bit like that. The
hardcore. Yeah.
yeah, it's a bit crazy. But well, I'm hoping it's like that because I'm just waiting for that
Moment
moment when I can just let go and I'm like, cool, it's
done.
all
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah. It will come, bro. Trust me. And let's talk about now. Obviously, you said you moved to London and you started fighting here. How? Because a lot of people do, MMA. Some do it for fun. Some try and turn pro. What led to you kind of getting discovered and people are like, this Norbert guy, hang on, let's give him a chance. Let's see what he's like.
Apart from my good looks,
Yeah.
nah, joking. I think I just stuck with it. Well, like I've been very lucky at the same time. So like the reason why I got to Bellator so early, so I was signed to Bellator at 18, is because Bellator was doing shows in Hungary. They did 2 shows. That's it.
Mhm.
And the first show I wasn't on, but the second show they wanted me on, the Hungarian organizers, because of my dad.
Yeah.
So again, that just I'm privileged. Like I can't. Like, oh, don't get me wrong, I'm super hardworking, and my
Obviously,
hard work is what allows me to get these to
shine.
shine during
Yeah.
these opportunities. However, I'm very lucky because I'm in certain areas, or not certain areas, but like certain what's the right? Like I'm around the right people.
Fields. Yeah.
Yes, where I get a lot of good opportunities. Do you
Yeah.
get what I mean? So I've been lucky.
And you're blessed to have both because some people have, all the opportunity, they have all the networks, all the contacts, but they don't have the
Yeah,
heart.
yeah, I think that's very important. Just pushing through, whatever. Just literally, just they like. I've realized because I'm around a lot of world champions, I'm around a lot of successful men, and it's always about just the resilience, just to stick with it. It's not
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
the problem. Most people, if it doesn't work out straight away, just they fold.
Quit.
Like
Yeah.
I've seen my siblings as well, my little brother as well. Like it doesn't work if it doesn't go his way. It just cool. I'm done, and that's most people.
Yeah. That's
And
true.
it's so sad because when I tried to explain to my brother, like, listen, just stick with it. Like it doesn't matter how horrible it is, because most people think any even sometimes like you can put all the hard work in or whatever and it doesn't happen. It's life.
Yeah.
But most of the time when you really stick with it, like you will achieve something. Do you get what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. And
So
I've said this saying before to my other guests. I say it to you as well.
uh,
Maybe you know who said it, but someone said you'll never miss a lucky day if you try every day.
I don't know who said that. I don't know.
I can't mention them on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Bold guy, Rumi,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay, cool.
kickboxer as well.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So obviously, like you said, even with me, like I see it myself. Obviously, I don't film every day. I don't have the
Yeah.
much guests, but
Yeah.
when it happens, I strike.
Yeah.
I go. Same with you. You didn't get recognized until at some point they
Yeah.
gave you your chance. You took it, right? And in London, what was your kind of first fight as a young guy that got you put on the map? If you remember it.
I don't even know. Probably one of my last amateur fight. Like I had this Icelandic guy come in and he was getting ready to actually fight one of my teammates, and my teammate had to pull out. So I took the fight on like 2 weeks' notice.
Oh,
And I think that's when people are like, oh, cool. Like I was like 17 at the time, or maybe actually it was on my 18th birthday. like day after my birthday.
Good present.
Yeah. Um, I think maybe that, but I don't really know. I think also like there are rumors around me from sparring sessions and stuff like that. So even though I'm not as big as some, some of the big names,
Mm.
like I've got a decent amount of followers and stuff like that. But I think it's just I travel the world and spar people, and when you get your hands on people and you do well, that stuff just
Spreads. Yeah.
spreads. So I think that's one of those things. But I feel like to show that I still got to shine. I still waiting for that moment where I get to shine and show the world who I am. And I just need the right platform and I need the right, like sometimes the stars have to align,
Exactly. Yeah.
and I'm just waiting for that moment for everything to align.
Yeah. Work on everything, and then when that time comes,
Yeah, exactly.
you go.
Just gotta be ready. Gotta stay fit.
Exactly. Yeah. And they call you Magic. That's
Yeah.
your nickname, isn't it? How did you get that nickname?
It was just very like basically when I was always been very cocky,
Yeah.
especially when I was a kid, and I just wanted to obviously I wanted to say Magical Norbi as my email address, but because my English wasn't good, I was like 6 years old in Hungary or something. I just put Magic Norbi as
Yeah.
like a basic email address, and then yeah, it just stuck with me. I started using it as usernames and on social media, and then when I moved out here, actually my Instagram was Magic Norbert already, and then people just kept calling me Magic in school.
Magic.
Well, it's not like everyone was calling Magic, but people like the Magic
Nickname.
Norbert nickname, yeah. So I was like, all right, cool. I just keep it.
I get that as well. They call me NH2
Oh, is it?
because in science, obviously, I'm a science nerd at uni or whatever. NH2, you know how like they've got alcohols like OH,
Yeah.
for example. NH2 means amine.
Okay.
And my name's Amin. So
Okay.
whenever it came up in class, they used to kind of tease me with it. They used to go,
Okay.
oh, yeah, NH2. And I just thought, screw it.
Okay. So
Sure.
Amina is like the male version of Amina.
Yeah, exactly. Spot
Amina
on.
is probably my favorite female name.
Yeah, it's a nice one. Isn't it?
It's a nice name.
Yeah. And it means trustworthy in Arabic.
Oh, is it?
Amin.
Okay.
So,
Oh yeah, actually it does.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So I've got there's one song. Do you listen to French? Do you speak French or not really?
Petit
Yeah. Do you
français.
listen to like Franglish and stuff like? Or you don't really
They
listen
mix.
to?
I'm not a music guy, but I hear a
Yeah.
couple from Reels and
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay. Because they used to have him and another guy had a song called Amina, and that's why when I first heard that name, I was like, well,
Tap
every
into
time
it,
every
yeah.
time I see a girl that's called Amina, I'm like, huh?
I remember that song.
I just the name does it for me.
Yeah. And you obviously stuck with the name Magic. You
Yeah.
used it as kind of your branding and stuff. And what kind of influence or how does that play an effect on you? When your name is Magic, can you go do all these fights? Like it's your branding.
Yeah, I think it kind of reflects my personality. I'm a flashy guy. Like I like to perform. I like to. It's not that I like to be the center of attention, but I I'm I'm an entertainer. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And plus I've got a lot of energy. Do you get what I mean? So I think it fits my
Persona.
personality a
Yeah.
little bit. Do you get what I mean? So
Yeah.
um yeah, I think I like how like when we were talking about like getting to know each other just before the podcast. I was like, trust me, I can talk for England. Like
Yeah, exactly.
I can sit down and have a full on conversation straight away. So I think that's how it relates. And like I dance after my fights. I dance when I walk out. I think when you really think about that Magic fight name, I think my personality shines through
Exactly. Yeah.
because of that.
That's good.
Yeah,
You take energy.
yeah, exactly.
That's the thing I believe in as well. You either taking it or giving it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So
I feel like if I get like I take energy from everything. Do you get what I mean? And like I see a little like honestly, it's so weird because I've got my normal personality. I'm a quiet like I'm a nerdy guy, whatever. Like I read a lot. I love my own space, whatever.
yeah.
But like when I see a camera, for example, like yeah, it's
Switch
just
on, yeah.
yeah, it comes on. It's just like and obviously like it's still myself, but like. Whereas let's say normally if I was in a social setting, I'm like I just can't be. I'm too tired. Let me
Tired,
just sit
yeah.
in a corner or whatever.
Nonchalant.
Yeah, like I'm just ready to talk when there's a camera or something. So yeah, it's
You've
not
got to
that
play
one.
the game.
Yeah,
That's
it's
good,
not
man.
that one.
And you obviously said you mentioned earlier you're in camp right now. You're training, obviously. And as a fighter, I don't know much about training. Obviously, what happens behind the scenes. But how is it like preparing for a fight, a big moment?
Oh, it's rough. It's
Yeah,
rough, especially the weight cut.
it's tough.
Like that's yeah. Like now I'm like 96 kilos. I'd say a month and a half ago I was 105. Yeah, and I have to go down to 84.
Long way to go.
Yeah, so it's just maybe actually probably 2 months ago I was a bit overweight. Like I like to pig out after fights.
Yeah.
And plus, because of the weight cut, my hormones go all over the
Yeah.
place. So I just get a bit chubby sometimes. But yeah, it's just for me, it's just the weight cut that's hard, and then you have to get all the sparring in, and then the stress of like. So like the guy that I'm fighting now, I genuinely don't believe there are a lot of people that are on my level technically, but this guy he's got 7 wins, and all his wins come from first round knockouts, and he's a south. It's just it's just that it's always gonna be in the back of my head that I can get caught with one shot and I can go to sleep in front of 10,000 people
Yeah.
in my home country. Do you get what I mean? So
Home country
there's the
as well.
kind of stuff like where you're like, oh man, like what am I doing here?
Yeah.
The nerves, but. Otherwise, like I love the lifestyle. I love the fact that I can say that I struggle for a living. Like I push myself to my limits every day. Um, that I live a life where I have to grind. Do you get what I mean? So I love that. And also the lifestyle that comes with. I go to people know I'm a fighter.
Meet people.
Yeah. Also, people appreciate you when you're a fighter, when you can fight. It's
Respect. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So I appreciate all those little things, and I feel like it's all worth it. But yeah, just training is horrible when you're in camp and you have the extra weight cut and the extra pressure of you might get knocked out soon in front of tens of thousands of millions of people. It's just not nice.
And it's not just it's in both people's head, but whoever kind of forgets about it and says, I'm going to give it my best. If it happens, whatever happens, then you're going to be the most comfortable.
Well, yeah, I feel like you have to go into fight ready to give it, like ready to die. That's how I go in.
Exactly. Battle. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you go in there like being nervous of death, then you're just gonna be
Lost,
like, and
yeah.
people are gonna be like, "Oh, what's he talking about?" Like legit, I go into fight. So 2019, I had a fight. Before that, I never really looked at it like that. And in 2019, I was fighting Will Fleury, who's now like the octagon heavyweight and light heavyweight champion before middleweight.
Both. Yeah.
And I was he's good. And I fought him on Bellator in Dublin, and there was like 13,000 people. I 13,000 Irish people, and he's Irish. They were all booing me and all that kind
Yeah.
of
I've
stuff.
seen that. Yeah.
And the whole camp was just rough. It really wasn't going my way until the last 2 weeks, and I remember I was in the changing room and my heart was beating. I was so nervous. I was like, I'm gonna pass out.
Yeah.
And then I had like a moment where I'm like, cool. What are the things that can happen? Well, I lose on decision. Then yeah, it's annoying, but like it doesn't mean that I'm that bad.
You fought to the end.
Yeah. Or if I get knocked out of tabs, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be embarrassing, but people gonna forget. Do you get what I mean? Like people, they'll talk about it for a while, and then after they're gonna
Up
forget.
to next year.
And I was the worst case. Well, I can die, and if I die, then what do I care? Because I'm dead. Like,
Exactly.
you get
Yeah.
what I mean?
That's the way to think. Yeah.
And honestly, I thought of that, and then all the anxiety just disappeared like that, like that. Literally, it was nuts. Like I've never experienced anything
Yeah.
like all the weight just came off my chest. I was so nervous, I couldn't breathe. I was dizzy, and then suddenly when I had that thought, it all disappeared.
Cleared
So
it
I'm
out.
just like, and I just got to go in and like I've got one loss on my record, and I don't know if you've seen the fight, but like I ended up piecing the guy up in the last round. I went into that fight very confident, because I had a very good camp,
Yeah.
and I just wanted to finish him. And then I just wasn't thinking clear. And then the third round, I just came back and I was so close to stopping him, but just a bit late. But even there, like, cool, I was 2 rounds down. I'm ready to give it my all. Like, I made sure that I will take a piece of him with me. So if I'm
Yeah.
going to lose this fight, he's going to remember me like, oh my God, I was there. Even if there's just one moment in that fight when he feels like he's close to death,
Yeah.
I'm all right. Do you get what I mean?
Done the damage.
Yeah. And he was real close to death. I was just a bit silly,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's how I try to go into all my fights. Like I'm ready to give him out. I think it was Musashi as well who said that. Either Musashi or Sun Tzu, but one of those guys said like you have to go into battle prepared to die, otherwise you won't give it your all. You'll be too nervous.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's how I try to go into every fight. And then when I'm in there, I just try to take your head off. That's literally it.
Full stop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's like I could try to win the fight. Don't get me wrong. Like you have to outpoint people, and then you have to stick to a strategy, and that's how you're gonna be a world champ. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm just there trying to take your head off. I'm trying to murder you. Because if I'm not gonna do that, you're gonna do that to me.
Exactly. Yeah.
So and it's like it's no bad feelings. Well, it is very personal because you're trying to take my head off. But at the end of the day, like, it is what it is. You're in
business,
there,
yeah.
yeah. You're like it's not just that you're in there. You're trying to like knock
Someone
me
has to
out.
do it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
someone's gonna have to do it. But then it just gets a bit personal because I take it personally. Put me
That's
through
fine.
all that, and then now I'm just gonna just trying to
Walk
point.
off.
Yeah, nah, I want to try to take your head off.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Warriors mentality, man.
Yeah, but again, it depends on your camp as well. Like I've seen guys who have that mentality, and just something happened in their camp or their fight where they were a bit nervous. Do you get what I mean? So it's like that fight when I lost as well. It's just I just tried to knock him out. I wasn't thinking. Do you get what I mean? So sometimes fights don't go that way, but in general, in like usually I try to go into fights like I'm gonna murder you.
Angry. Yeah.
Like, yeah, not angry. It's not. There's no anger.
It's
It
rage.
just nothing
Nothing.
like that.
No.
Nah, it just I can want like I can be absolutely calm and still try to murder you. That's just how it
Yeah.
is. And it's not like coming from a bad place. It's just that's how I want to win. I just want you to know, and I want everyone to know that I'm that guy.
Yeah.
So in order to do that, I got to take heads off.
Exactly. Someone has to do it. Yeah. And I'll tell you something as well, because back in the time when there were empires and they were colonized, you said you read your books as well,
Yeah.
so maybe you've seen it. But what they used to do with these generals after, for example, Napoleon, right?
Yeah.
When they caught him, when they when they
Exile.
fought him, and
Yeah.
exile. Do you know why? Because the worst thing as a warrior, as a conqueror, is to be sitting in an island with your legs up, not conquering. It's your job.
Funny enough, I was actually just before I came here, I was listening to a university lecture.
Yeah.
And they were talking about it was a sociology lecture.
Yeah.
And they were actually talking about the guy was saying like what are the worst things that like let's say we live in a society apart from killing you was the not like the worst punishment they can do to you, and it's exiling. So it's funny enough we're talking about it.
Yeah,
That's literally what the guy was talking about.
Yeah. Once you have no purpose, what are you living for?
Yeah.
Genuinely, like you've got nothing else to live for.
But then watch, he came back and then he tried to take over.
Exactly.
Again, so,
I've watched his video on some on YouTube. I think it was an animated series.
okay.
Like he went over the whole story. Like I loved it. I look up to him as well.
Yeah.
I think he's
a bit
stuff
bit of
he's
a
done.
crazy what. It's hard because like as amazing and as great as what he did, he
Take
did kill he did kill a lot of innocent people. You know, that's
true.
like.
Yeah.
But that's most leaders, whoever you heard in history or whoever you heard of, they killed innocent people.
Exactly. It's just how they write it.
It's just that's very unfortunate. Like from Caesar or Kaiser, Julius Kaiser, or however you want to say
Yeah.
it, he's he killed like there was a whole Celtic Holocaust or whatever they called it. Like they killed so many Celts when they came to the British Isles.
British, yeah.
Yeah, it looked like what they did to Boudica as well. Like they killed her husband, did all that kind of stuff, and obviously she came back. She was like, you know what, with you,
Yeah, screw you guys.
I'm
coming for you.
come for you. Yeah,
Yeah.
she killed loads of them. So
Yeah. And let's talk about kind of back to your kind of training and mentality and stuff. Let's say, you're off camp, you're just, living life normally. What's the difference between being off camp and being, in camp training in terms of food, lifestyle?
yeah, food I pig out a little bit and I eat a lot more.
What do you like?
Yeah, I just like chocolate. I like sweets.
Sweet tooth?
Yeah, so bad. And I try not to do it, but it's just hard. But usually I'm quite good with it, to be fair. Like I might snack a little bit, but compared to the average person, I'm like a lot better. But for an athlete, I think I could be a little bit cleaner. I like going out. That's one of my things. It's not like I don't drink or don't do anything, but I just like to be around.
Socialize.
Yeah, well, chicks. Yeah, like going.
Yeah.
I
mean,
I like to be around them. So that's one of those things. When in fight camp, you're just like my Instagram explore pages becomes all food and
Yeah, the mix. Yeah. And let's talk about your early professional career, because obviously you did, if I'm correct, you did have a ACL injury, didn't you?
Yeah.
Early on, and that kind of not derailed you, but it kind of slowed down your thing.
Yeah,
What do you like
definitely.
to talk about that?
Out for 3 years. So
How'd that happen?
So basically, I had my fight in 2020. So that's one of the things why I left Bellator is because I had so many gaps in between fights, or big gaps in between fights. I just wasn't getting enough fights. And then 2019, I had 2 fights, and then 2019 COVID hit, so I didn't have a fight until 2020 end of the year of 2020. Then I was supposed to fight in 2021, and like 2-3 months before the fight, I tore my ACL, and I tried to push through it, but I had to I pulled out on my birthday, on my 22nd birthday.
Oh, wow.
So like I remember I was like, oh, it's not. I remember typing like it's not the birthday post anyone wants to
Yeah, exactly.
do, but like
Sad news.
unfortunately, yeah, I have to pull out from my fight. So I got back. So I had my so that happened. I pulled out in October. I had my surgery in December,
Hmm.
and then yeah, I was back to sparring in 4 months. I was
It's
back to,
quick. It's
yeah,
quicker than
very
normal. Yeah.
quick. Yeah, everyone was like, "What are you doing?" Like, I remember I was speaking to some physios, and they were like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm back to sparring." Like, I know, like, my coach was really on point with me. I like the right people around me, and I think my mentality was on point as well. So like the whole time I was training, like I've got videos of me just shadow boxing for half an hour. See, like literally 2 weeks after my surgery,
You can't.
like, yeah, I
Yeah.
can't do anything. I'm just sitting down. I've got two weights in my hand, and I'm just shadow boxing in front of a mirror for half an hour, or like like sit down and like rope climbing
It's
for an
upper
hour
body, not the.
straight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so because it was just hard to go to the gym, I couldn't really drive. My knee kept because the way they did my surgery. Plus, I had like to this day I've got a Baker cyst.
Is it
Yeah, there's basically you got a bag behind your knee, and that,
fills up?
yeah,
Yeah.
fills up with fluid. So. It's not as bad now, but like I had like my Baker cyst was so bad. Like even
It's painful. Yeah.
driving to the gym, like half an hour drive. After that, I was like, I can't walk. Like my knee felt like it was about to blow up. So even just that, like it was just horrible. And but yeah, I got back to sparring in like 4 months, and then I'd say probably 6, 7 months into it, we were like speaking to Bellator, like you're like I'm ready to fight.
Hook me up. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna have to wait until early next year because of this and that." So I had to wait a bit longer. So I ended up seeing out for like 2.5 years, and before my comeback fight. Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah. What are you doing in that time? You're just training, waiting for the opportunity.
That's literally it. I was like partying a lot
Hmm.
and training because it's like I can't really. It's not like I'm training like crazy,
You're
because
just training. Yeah.
yeah, I'm just doing stuff like technical work for a lot of for I'd say probably 5 months or 6 months after surgery. Like none of my sessions were like crazy hard. Like I did like not crazy hard, and like I didn't have like crazy sparring. Do you get what I mean?
Just keep it
So
normal.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I was just like, I'm cool. I'm gonna be out partying. So I was like partying a lot, which was probably good for me because I like it's not that I got it out of my system, but it's like I feel like I was missing out on a
Best
lot.
chance to do it now than
Yeah,
later.
yeah, exactly. I feel like I
Yeah, I
was
get
missing
you.
out on a lot. So I was like, let me just party as much as I can. It definitely helped me a lot. In terms of like, I was a bit of uh, yeah, I just didn't really leave the house before that. I never really gone out partying like that crazy.
Homebody.
Yeah, not even a homebody. I would say a bit of a, yeah. I don't even because I still go here and there, but it just wasn't the same. It's hard to explain. But yeah, I think it helped as well with women as well. I just started going to central London a lot, and I'm talking to different kind of girls. Do you get what I mean? Not just the ones from my area. It was a lot.
Yeah.
Like it helped me a lot. As a like,
Come out of your shell.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good, and it didn't really affect me because again, I wasn't drinking. I don't really drink, so it was just I was just there for the vibes.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get you. That's kind of me as well, to be honest. Like, in terms of lifestyle, like, I'm a bit sad. Like, I live a bit of a. I like it, but some people say, oh, you this, you that. The only time I really go out is literally from my house, literally here, where I go
Yeah,
work. I told you earlier, I'm a lifeguard.
yeah,
See, I've got my gym there, I've got my sauna there. That's what I do pretty much.
yeah. But
Like,
if that's
it
what you
works for me.
enjoy,
Yeah.
whatever, it's all right. Like even for me, it's like I go to gym home, and on the weekends, on Saturday night, I might
Here
go
and
out for
there. Yeah.
yeah. So it's all right. Like actually, to be fair, like I try so because I know I can get fed up with the lifestyle quite quick. So I feel like if I sometimes I go through like a couple months where I'm like, you know what, I'm just logged in, I'm not going out, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
And like by the end of it, I'm just like I feel a bit burnt out.
Mm.
So like now I'm at a place where I sometimes force myself a little bit just to go here, go there, even if it's not like a proper night out, but at least a little scenery change.
Nibbles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something like I get to social, get to speak to people, not like it's rough when you're like all day you're underground because my gym is underground, so you don't get natural light, especially in the winter because it's cold and rainy. So what are you gonna
It's
do?
the UK. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're like underground and you're around loads of sweaty topless men. Like it's a bit raw. Like you
Yeah.
gotta stuff out sometimes.
Yeah, no, that's true. And obviously, starting out your career before you transitioned to pro, there were obviously different facilities, right? Now you're a nice gym,
Yeah,
even though it's underground, but you got the right people around you.
yeah.
When you started out, was it a bit more rougher? Did you kind of had to work a bit harder just to outwork the people in these gyms?
In terms of what with England,
Yeah,
or no,
when you
I don't think
started.
so. No, I think because I got into it very young, I think I just stuck to it. Like I just followed the protocol that works, and that protocol is working your butt off. And I just stuck to it, and I just did whatever I was told to do. If anything, I feel like it's getting harder with time because you're getting more and more used to it. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
Like early on, you're like you got so much motivation,
and
and
energy.
yeah, and you get to a point where it's like, oh, it becomes pure discipline. Where that, like, trust me, I don't remember the last time when I went to the gym. Like, ooh, I can't wait to
I'm
train.
ready. Yeah,
Yeah, it's not like every morning I wake up, I'm like, oh,
I
gotta
have
do
to.
it. I
Yeah,
gotta do it. I gotta do it. And it's just discipline. Like people, like I said, like even my brother, little brother thinks that everyone thinks like, oh, it's fun, and you go there and you're having fun. No, it's horrible. I hate every single day. The only day that I really enjoy is when I'm punching someone in the face. Otherwise,
practical.
yeah, otherwise it's just a nightmare. You get beaten up every day. Your body is smashed. Like I said again, I'm underground all the time. I don't get natural light. I'm being shouted at constantly. I'm threatened by Michael Page needing me in the face, or Felix Camelo taking my arm, or my shipment dumping me on my head. Like these guys are big names in fighting. So, um, yeah, like every day is like that. So for me, it really is like when I get to walk out and get to beat someone up. That's like the highlight, of that 6 months or
Yeah, that
whatnot.
period.
Yeah,
And a lot of people as well, you said it perfectly. A lot of people dream to be a fighter or they dream to be a footballer. But if they're put in that position, they don't want to put in the work. They think it comes just like that, you have a belt around you, or just
yeah.
like that, you're meeting all these people. You have to suffer, right? And let's talk about you starting out your career. When you had your, first couple fights, was there any moments where you struggled, or maybe when you had your first loss, obviously, but that was after a couple wins. When you had your first difficult period, what was going through your head?
So my first very difficult period was that fight against Will Fleury I was talking about in Dublin when I was 19, and I was just under so much pressure. And I remember I was like I was literally people coming off the street like taking me down, and I couldn't stop a takedown, and then I just felt horrible, and
Yeah,
literally I had like a infection on my back to injuries here, there, like everything was just going so bad. And I remember I was FaceTiming my dad, and I was like my dad, I can never have conversations with. I realized because he just can't give me advice at all. Like he just can't. He cannot give me any advice in life ever. So I just don't take any from him now. But I've learned it. But I remember I was FaceTiming him after session, and I was like, I just don't know what to do. Like I'm really not enjoying this. And he just goes to me like, well, I thought you do it because you love it. Then if you don't love it, if you're not enjoying it, you're not motivated, then quit. And I was like, he said that to me. I was like, this guy. I was like, cool. I hung up the phone. I remember I was like, cried my eyes out a little bit. I just went to sleep, and I woke up. I was like, all right, cool. Let's just get back to it, and then we go through it. And I remember after that fight, when I won, I was like in euphoria for like 3 weeks, like legit. It
yeah.
felt like I was in a dream for. I've never experienced anything like that. It felt like I was high for 3 weeks. Like honestly,
What led to it?
it just felt like it felt like everything that happened was a dream. Like when you have like a good dream and you wake up
Mm,
and you're like, oh, that was a dream. So no,
yeah,
that's actually what it felt like for 3 weeks straight. So it's one of those things where I feel like a lot of the time that struggle is just after when you come out at the end of the tunnel, it's a nice feeling.
yeah. And when you said the kind of 3 weeks of happiness you felt, what led to it being 3 weeks? Was it because you struggled so much and you
I don't
overcome it
know,
in the
no,
end?
it just for like 3 weeks, I was like, it felt like I was in a dream,
Yeah,
literally. What happened as well, like so I had my fight, whatever. Then I got paid. Then I got myself a new car. It's like everything on top of it, like it was. I got a lot of followers on social. I think
good, 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 good.
everything was just like piling up. But the fact that honestly it was such a rough camp, and it was such a good fight. So it's one of them ones where I was
Paid
like,
off, man.
yeah. And then I think when like all the dopamine and serotonin and everything like calmed down and went back to normal, that's when I was
Yeah.
like, okay, cool, we're back in the real world.
Yeah, and that's the thing as well in life sometimes, not just fighting, even for me, for example, when you when he, said, I'm coming on the pod, let's do it.
Yeah.
That week, I think I had so many good things happen, so many guests come
Amazing.
on, editing went on, everything happened like that.
Yeah.
But it's because all those days before, I try my best. I knew that day's going to come, that week's going to come. And when it happens, it's just upward spiral.
Yeah.
But the opposite thing could happen. Let's say, for example, you lost a fight or something, and then you get upset, and then like, oh, I'm not feeling good, I'm not going to train. Downward
Yeah.
spiral.
But I think that's just life. Everything just goes up and down. You know, you got really good like moments, and you got really sad moments. It's just life. You just gotta get on with it. Like whatever it is, just you can't be moaning about stuff. You can't be a victim. You just have to like shut your mouth and get back to work. That's
We
what you
should
can
clip
do.
that. Shut your mouth, get to work.
Shut
That's
your
the
mouth
one.
and get back to work. That's what you can do.
Yeah. And with the arena as well, you said earlier, like your kind of personas, you like to be the entertainer, you dance, you do all this stuff. When there's a lot of people watching, at first, did you get nervous or did you just take all the energy?
I just take the energy.
Yeah.
I've always had a feeling like as soon as like I hear like a crowd or whatever, I'm just like I wake up.
Yeah.
Like yeah, just something just comes on. It's like cool, showtime. So it's never. It's more beforehand. It's more beforehand, like leading up to it. Like my next fight is gonna be like 10,000 people in Hungary. I'm the hometown guy and all that kind of stuff, and I'm the main event, and people gonna be like watching me and coming out to. A lot of people are coming out from the UK.
Flying out, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I just that's a lot of pressure. But I feel like once I'm walking out, it'll be gone.
Yeah, that's for me as well. Like before this, I was nervous. I was
Is
like,
it?
I was going over the script again, but I did a little sauna before just to try and
Yeah,
relax the nerves. But once I'm here, flow state. That's with
yeah,
you as well. I'm guessing once you're in that cage, when it's 1v1,
yeah.
you're in flow state, aren't you?
Well, yeah, most of the time. So my last fight, because I was very nervous, because
Mm.
again it was like first time fighting in Hungary. Plus I had a bad rib injury.
Yeah.
So the first 2.5 minutes, I was like, usually I'm in flow state. So what happens when I fight is I don't remember a lot of it.
Yeah,
So
it
when you're in
just
flow
happens,
state, everything just happens. You just get little clips that stay in your head. And I remember the first 2 minutes of that fight, I remember every bit of it because I was just so in the moment trying to protect my rib. And then once after that, I got a takedown on the guy. And then once I got the takedown, that's when I hit flow state. And then from then, I don't remember much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird how your brain works.
I know, yeah, no, it's crazy. And we get to know how it works. Like even now, all this science you've got, it's still just human nature at the end of the day.
Yeah,
That
well,
always
it's
wins.
so complicated. So complicated.
Yeah. And let's talk about this kind of not a weird topic, but a different topic, right? When it comes to training and how they monitor, I'm guessing they monitor you, they do scans and everything.
Oh, we don't do
Do
that.
you not?
No, it's not like a pro football team.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask, like, with all this technology and stuff, do you guys use it or is it just old school, get to
Nah,
work?
old school, old school.
Yeah?
Everything is old school, and I believe in old school.
Me too, man.
Yeah, when you look at old Soviet, teams or
Yeah.
all the US national teams and stuff like that, it's just obviously there's always science behind it, and all that kind of stuff. But it just work. Just lift heavy.
Human spirit.
Yeah, lift heavy and spar and do your technical work. That's it.
Yeah.
Work hard. That's
Exactly,
it.
yeah.
Everything else is just a bit like jumping off this box to that box or whatever. Nah, just do your Olympic lifts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's true. And this kind of reminds me of Rocky 4, if you ever watched it.
Yeah, of course.
Every fighter's watched it. Everyone.
Yeah, I just think, yeah, that's literally how it is. Do your runs, do your cardio in your machine, your hard runs, do your heavy lifts, do your technical work, do your sparring. That's it. There's no like, oh, I'm, doing this kind of jump and
2
use this
centimeters
machine.
less
Yeah.
and
No,
get out.
obviously it's good and whatever, but at the end of the day, is that pure work. That's what matters. Not like, obviously, your work is working when you look at the numbers. So like when I do my runs, obviously I time my runs. Then
Strava one,
I time. I usually do them on machines so I can go even
Ah,
far
yeah.
harder. Or like when I jump on like a Versa climb or a bike, I look at my numbers obviously, and in my lifts as well. I want to know how heavy I can go. But there's, you don't need to have, every kind of scan and this and that. Blood tests are very good. It's also always
course,
nice
yeah.
to do them so you understand where you're at. But
That's healthy, yeah.
yeah, but apart from that, just work.
Exactly. And it's extra stress as well, I feel like. If you've got all these numbers going around your head, like deep down, you can't measure hard work, right? You can see results of it, but you can't measure, you don't know. The machine can't read how hard you've worked. You know it. If
Yeah,
you've
yeah,
pushed
exactly.
yourself-
So like you could be in a like I've had camps where like my numbers weren't that good, but I just knew I was fitter than other times when my numbers were great, but I just had a harder camp. So maybe I did more sparring. So because I'm sparring more, I'm more tired. So my numbers are not going to be as good. Do you get
Exactly,
what I
yeah.
mean? So
And even adrenaline as well. Like sometimes when you're in that moment, you do crazy stuff. Like I've heard stories of like mothers lifting cars because their
yeah, but
child's
that's like
under.
very like I don't think when you're training and you're doing cardio, I think maybe in competition or a
In a
tournament or
fight, does that
race or
happen?
like I know, I'm not sure about myself because I haven't experienced it, but like I definitely get a lot faster when I go to fights. And when I warm up my teammates, like Michael, like Page gets a lot faster, or Felix, who I spoke to earlier, like he just becomes an absolute monster. He gets so strong before a fight, it is just like outrageous. Like I've never like he's a strong guy anyway,
Yeah.
but he's a weight class below me. And I remember once I warmed him up for a fight, and then I remember like training with him, and he's a strong guy. But I remember just before the fight, he was just throwing me about, and I'm like, "What's happening? Like, what happened
It's
to this
changed,
guy?"
yeah.
Yeah, it's just that adrenaline. Just whatever you're good at, it just you double that up. It's a bit wild.
Yeah. So because sometimes when you have to do it, you
Yeah.
got to do it. And let's talk about your life as well outside of fighting. Obviously, you talked about your hobbies and stuff, but in terms of personal life, do you ever get to kind of balance spending time with family or loved ones whilst training, or do you just go all in on one and then do something later?
I feel like I'm a very selfish person. So anything that's not fight related, whether it's family, whether it's friendships or whatever, it has to be around me. Do you get what I mean? I'm not gonna move my training around other people.
They work for you, not you,
Well, they don't work for me. Like my family is
around
just
your
yeah,
schedule. Yeah.
but just like cool. Like let's say if my family wants to see me on a Saturday, and I've got this on Saturday, I'm like cool. I'm just not gonna see you then. I'm sorry.
Mm.
It's one of them ones. It's like my dad. Like he lives in Hungary. I don't see him much, but he knows like cool. I'm training. When I've got time, I'll come and see you.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, but I feel like you gotta be a little bit selfish. You gotta be like
That's true. Yeah. If you want to win, you got to.
yeah, exactly. Like it has to like I'm gonna make my life as because my life is hard. Like being a professional fighter, especially at London Shoot Fighters, it's not easy. So why would I like? I'm gonna try to make everything else as easy as possible. Do you get what I
Exactly.
mean?
No, I
That's
get you. Yeah. Yeah.
so yeah. It's a bit selfish, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I try and do that as well, you know. Even my family, like I'll
Yeah,
be honest with you, I've got uni, we talked about it earlier. You know, term time I'm up there. But when I'm here on the holidays, all I do is literally work or I go edit or I film. And
yeah,
my family's like, I can't remember the last time I genuinely had dinner with them. I'm
yeah,
being serious. Like
yeah,
I come home, I finish my late shift. I did an early shift, but I do 2 to 10, 2 to 11, come back, microwave the meal, go to bed, wake up, repeat this entire
yeah,
summer holiday. But I know there's for a greater purpose. Like
yeah,
with you, it's for a greater purpose, isn't it?
yeah. Exactly. And I think if your family is very supportive or they understand it, like I feel like my family and my friends and everything like that, they understand it now. Like sometimes when you start dating a girl, girls don't really understand it. So like you kind of have to like set the tone early on, like, yo, it's
I'm
not how it
serious,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, like it's not like, oh, but I want to see you. Okay, cool, then you're not gonna see me. Like it's not that's
Yeah,
not how it works.
no, it's true.
And I feel like we outsiders, they are not used to you yet. Like sometimes you gotta set the tone early on. I'm not saying be rude or anything, but you just have to be like, listen,
Boundaries.
yeah, like I'm doing this. This is what I'm doing. This is my only free time. I can see you for an hour. Well, if you're not happy with that, then goodbye. See you later.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, like I've got like that kind of stuff. I've got a lot of friends. I've got family. Like I've got a lot of stuff. Like I don't need extra people unless it's gonna help me in my or like it's not gonna be extra stress. Not
Your
even help
trade,
me,
yeah.
but like, I don't want extra stress. Why would I want it? So
Exactly, yeah, that's true. And even like, to be honest, my parents don't even know I do this.
but they
Jenny,
don't know.
nah, Jenny, they just think, obviously, if you see this, hi, yes, I do it. But I literally just go to uni and then in my free time, I'm working and I just come here. Like, my first year, imagine, because I told you these brown flats, I'll say it here, right? I grew up, you know, parents
Yeah,
came from abroad, broke, right?
yeah,
Council housing, whatever,
yeah,
flats. I used to do all my editing on the library. So when
yeah,
I'm in uni, I got to use the uni library or whatever. And now, obviously, thank God I've got a laptop, you know,
yeah,
I worked a bit. So I'm starting to slowly. If they find me, they find me. But this is the thing I want to do, right? Just how
yeah,
you were fighting, you know that you got to work hard, you got to
yeah.
sacrifice, you got to do everything.
And just
And
stick to it. That's
exactly,
it.
stick to it. And let's talk about sacrifices, right? You said obviously, you know, you don't see some people, you do this. What do you say is the biggest sacrifice you've done in order to help your career and it paid off?
biggest sacrifice is my time and energy. That's like always like, trust me, most days I'll say 99% of the time I don't want to be in the gym. I don't want to be there. Do you get
Mm.
what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like, I'd rather be at home eating fast food or eating a
Indulgent
pizza,
pleasures.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then watch TV or something. I don't even like, but it's not gonna get anything done. You just gotta show up. Like, imagine every day I wake up, I'm the first thing, like, I can barely get. I'm 25 years old. I can barely get out of the bed. I can barely walk up the stairs. I'm so my body's so tired all the time.
Yeah.
It's just my mentally, like, I'm tired every morning. I've don't really like I'm at the gym, like I said, underground all the time. It's not about you, it's about your discipline. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
It's just you gotta get on with it. Like I said, if negative stuff happens in your life as well, you can mourn for a little bit, but then just shut your mouth and get back to work. And I feel like there's the same thing with this. Like, yeah, like there are a lot of things I don't like, but
It's part of
that's
the
not,
game.
yeah,
Yeah.
just because I don't like it, it's not gonna mean that it's gonna get stuff done. What's gonna get stuff done is if I shut my mouth and I get to work. That's
Exactly.
just how it is.
Because one thing I realized as well, because I've been through obviously ups and downs in this
Yeah,
journey, because it's solo, I'm doing it solo, it's just
yeah,
me. And so many times I could have just, bad things happen, I could have just mourned and then, oh, I'm upset. But if you follow your feelings, it's going to betray you.
yeah, 100%. It's just when you speak to people that've done big things, it's about sticking to it. That's all. I've seen it. You stick to it, and again, sometimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes, unfortunately, that's how life is. Though
God's plan, yeah.
you just get on with it, and if it doesn't work out, so be it. But otherwise, stick to it. And in the meantime, try to create as many memories as possible. So that's the way I look at it. Yeah, like honestly, I'm disciplined. Like I don't want to be in the gym. I don't want to be training. It's just I know at the end of the day when I've got a title and people know who I am, and I'm done now with the sport, and my kids can live on a farm around animals and go to the best private schools,
Yeah.
and I can go on holidays whenever I want to.
Relax, yeah.
Then I'll be like, cool, it was worth it. And if it doesn't go that way, then I'll be like, you know what, I had amazing memories.
Exactly.
So it's like, do you want, it's like you go, if you want to go down a philosophical way, you go down to Nietzsche's Amor Fati, just love your fate. Do you get
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
that's
So you
a
just
good
have
one,
to,
yeah.
yeah, you just have to enjoy it. But, and once you learn it, I think that's why a lot of people should read Dustbog Zarathustra, because that his idea of a Ubermensch is true. Like you enjoy every moment of your life. And there's a moment in Das Book Zarathustra when he goes meets, basically it's also a philosophical book, but he writes it almost like a religious text.
Yeah.
There's the idea behind it. And there's a road when he meets his dwarf. Sounds weird. Doesn't sound like a philosophical book, but there's a never-ending road, and that's basically life. There's the road you have to be. It's gonna be negative, whatever, but you have to enjoy that road.
Mm.
It's like there is literally that amor fati, just that's your fate. And if you feel like you have to enjoy it so much that you wouldn't mind going back and reliving it, even the horrible bits. Do you get what I mean? And
It's all journey, yeah.
yeah, if you understand that and you just try to live your life by it, I think that makes a big difference. Because right now, even though like I said, there are a lot of days I don't like, but I just know at the end of the day, would I want to relive that? Probably, because not a lot of people got to experience that.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
what kind of experiences did you have on your way here?
So many.
Yeah.
So many.
Whole list.
Listen, man, I've been around so many celebrities, parties with celebrities. I've done so much stuff. I've fought in front of thousands of people, tens of thousands of people even. Uh so many stuff, like, yeah, just amazing experiences like I've that most people will never get to see or understand, you know? And those experiences allowed me to create a worldview that not a lot of people have.
You've opened up.
Yeah, a lot more. Like I see a lot. Like because of my experiences, I understand a lot more about the world. I feel that's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Like when I
Yeah.
have conversations with people who haven't had those experiences, I'm like, okay, cool. So you don't really know what you're talking about because you haven't experienced it yet. But because even though I'm very young, I truly believe that I've had more experience than some people in their whole lifetime. Do you get what I mean? So
Yeah, no, it's
yeah,
true. Because even like with this whole podcast, I say for the 1% by the 1%.
yeah,
I bring on, the top 1%. Even though you might be humble, you say, "Oh, I'm not," but you are. You're you're living your dream, aren't you?
Thank you. Yeah.
And loads of people that I bring on, I get to sit with them, I get to speak with them, and I take bits out myself as well. And I see that everyone has the same mentality of kind of doing themselves, do what you want, and try and make it a living out of it.
Yeah.
Right? Because if not, what do you think you'd be if you weren't a fighter? Like,
What do I think I would be?
yeah,
Probably like a brain surgeon or something, because I'm like super smart.
yeah,
And nah, probably not. I don't know what I would do. Probably music. I really like music.
so
But again, I would do something that I enjoy.
is that,
Music, philosophy. So like, once I've experienced this lifestyle where I get to do what I enjoy and what I love, and not having to deal with people that are just idiots and telling me what to do. You know, it's like
exactly, yeah,
I could not go back to that lifestyle. And if you haven't experienced it, then that's normal for you. When you got like I speak to people all the time, and they're like, "Yeah, I've had enough of these." Like today, one of my friends, she was calling me, and she's a physician's assistant in the States, and she's like, "Yeah, like this person, I can't stand whatever." The fact that you have to have those kind of like those are people that you can't do anything about because they
yeah,
just work for the same company or whatever.
trapped,
Yeah, yeah. For me, I've got that freedom of like, if I don't like something, which I actually like, I love my gym and they like my family, so I'm very lucky in that sense. And
yeah,
if there's something I don't like, I can have that conversation with them. You know, it's because it's a lot more personal than just, oh, you work for the same company.
it's about you and your
Yeah, yeah,
relations.
that relationship. Yeah. So because I've had the experience, I'm like, if I was to do something else, if I think about it, it would be something similar. I feel like something that I enjoy.
Because that's the thing that the soul wants as well. We talked about the exile thing. Everyone wants to be free. Everyone wants to do what they want. But so many people are trapped in like their jobs. For example, me earlier this morning, oi, clean that. Oh, whistle. Bro, as a lifeguard, obviously.
Yeah.
I hate it, but I've got to do it because I've got no other alternative to obviously make money, do all these things. But when I get to that moment, when this podcast takes over, because I know it will, I'm confident it will. When this stuff happens, I could go fly this place, film with that guy,
Yeah.
speak with that guy. I could do what I want. And obviously, you as a fighter, you're going to all these nice places, you're meeting all these people, and you're doing what you want, right? And for someone watching here, because a lot of people, obviously, they're young. I said it, like I said earlier. What's one thing you tell them that so they can, achieve their dreams, they can live the life they want to live?
Um, like the two life rules that I really preach all the time to whether it's my family or friends is one is stick to it. Just stick to it. And then even if you stick to it and you're in it for long enough, you will have amazing experiences, even if you don't get to that, like that where you want to be. Do you get what I mean? Still have
Yeah.
good experiences. That's one. And the second one is don't believe anything that you hear. Don't believe anything that you hear on TV, on media, or whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's another conversation.
I'll leave it for Rumble.
Yeah, that's a rumble kind of
Yeah.
conversation.
Well,
But yeah, that's that. I just don't believe anything that you see online.
nah, I'm
'cause
with you on that.
anything that makes you emotional is there to make you emotional on purpose. So
Exactly.
those are the only two things I can suggest to anyone. Just find something that you love and you enjoy, stick to it, work your butt off. Don't believe anything that you see on TV or social media.
And with those two things as well, I'll say the first thing because it relates to what we're talking about. Why is TV free? Do you know, obviously you got TV license,
Yeah,
but why are all these televisions free?
Why is porn free? There's nothing in this life that's free.
It costs you something.
It always costs you something.
Okay, I
When
wonder
you understand that
why
you're
we-
like, oh, that's like okay. Like when you got to think about those kind of things. There's some people run it. Like one of my friends is a very smart guy. I was actually having a debate with him yesterday because he works for he works for a pension fund. He's a very intelligent guy. Went to
Yeah.
one of the best universities in the world, and his mentality is ignorance is bliss. That's what. Why would I want to know? Why would I not? I'm like,
You
but
got to
there's the
dig
issue.
deep.
Yeah, yeah,
Because once you know whatever, I'm not gonna say who's behind all this,
yeah.
but once you know how the world works, you know how to navigate it.
Exactly.
This whole podcast thing, I've got obviously my main thing is footballers, but I want to do more people. But so many people told me it will never work. Why would someone like with a big social media page come on your small
Yeah.
page? And guess what? I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't listen to them. I said, screw you.
Oh.
Watch in a year.
Yeah.
Here we are.
And you stick to it. And then I was at at a meeting yesterday with my friend who's like a social media guy, and I was saying like, yeah, man, I was saying to him like, I just don't want to put out so much content because it kind of like dilutes my brand.
Yeah.
And he was like, listen, just put out as much as you can,
Exactly.
because
Yeah.
you never know what's gonna hit that kind of stuff. You see, he was saying like he had 10K followers, and then he just posted one video, and that one video got him 200K followers.
That's a
One
new,
video,
whole
one
new
video.
audience. Yeah.
So you just gotta stick to it. Same thing, stick to it. Just put your content out, and that's what I'm gonna try to do from now. After that conversation, when he said he should told me that yesterday, I was like, damn, like, okay, that's what I gotta do as well. Just
Yeah.
stick to it.
So this is a good start for you,
Yeah,
the podcast.
yeah,
And
100%.
let's do some Q&A questions. Obviously, I put out a Q&A questionnaire. Got some people send some questions in.
Yeah.
So the first one is, how do you stay hungry as a fighter?
You don't. You just stay disciplined. Discipline. When your discipline goes, that's when that hunger goes. But I think it's just discipline.
Do you think you always stay hungry? You know, no matter where you reach, will you always have that same kind of
I don't
tenacity?
know. I can't. It's just about your discipline. How long can you take that? Like, keep that discipline for? Some people can keep it longer. Some people can't. It just depends on your personality.
Mm.
I think it's all about discipline rather than motivation. That hunger is motivation, but motivation comes and goes. You can have a good day and have like great motivation, or you can have a horrible week and you want to give up. It's just about discipline.
Exactly, yeah. And another question is, what makes you get up and what makes you get out of bed and go do your thing?
My coach, because if I don't, I get hear from him. Otherwise, it just my goals. I've got my dreams that I really want to achieve, and yes, sometimes those they feel very far, or they feel like they're not going to happen. You have those days, but again, just stay disciplined and I'll stay disciplined and stick to it, and we'll see where it goes.
Yeah. And what's the funniest fan interaction you've had?
Funniest fan interaction. I get like a lot of weird messages from women. That's quite funny. Like wow, like you
Hang
wouldn't
on.
think a woman would say certain things. Yeah. It's probably I can't probably it's probably like a DM or something. I get some crazy DMs. I get some crazy like gay dudes messaging me as well. Yeah, I get some crazy messages, but yeah, I don't know. I don't actually know. It's probably like it's for me. It's not even like funny, but like I had some crazy interactions with like actually kind of fun. Like a woman just after my last fight, I was at a nightclub, and she came up to me and she was like, I'm very flexible. I was like, what? And then she did a split right in front of me in the middle of the club, and I was like, cool. And I just turned around and walked away. I was like, what is going through your head?
Yeah. No.
Like you're in a nightclub and you're gonna do a split just to what? Impress me, just to be like, oh, I'm very flexible. Shut up.
Yeah. No.
So yeah, I think like something like that probably. It's very funny.
Yeah. And what's the hardest hit you've taken as a fighter?
Hardest hit. Probably my last loss.
Yeah.
Even though it's not a punch, but it's definitely like a hit that hit my heart a little bit. That I just know I'm better than the guy, and I did beat him up at the end of the day. But I just woke up too late, and that was like metaphorical hit where I didn't actually get hit too much in the fight, but that was like a metaphorical hit where I
Yeah.
was like, to this day still stings. I think about it every day, unfortunately.
Yeah. God. And another question is, who's your celebrity lookalike?
Oh, so I get two. I get one is that is it Pedro Masco or whatever, the guy from Gladiator 2.
Yeah.
Pedro Masco or something like that. So
Mhm.
they say or the guy from Craven. But I don't think so, because that guy who plays Craven, he was in
He's a bit.
Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
But you know the movie Kick-Ass?
Was it the
That
casino?
superhero movie. No,
Yeah.
it's a superhero movie.
Oh.
And then without a beard, it doesn't look like me at all. But I think just because of the long hair and the beard, people say. But I think that Pedro Mascal or something like that. I don't even know, something Mascal. That's his name, and that's what I get. Or sometimes I get Michael B. Jordan, but I just don't see that.
Bro, that's magic. That's the magic kicking.
Yeah, maybe Michael B. Jordan, but I just don't see it.
And another question is, what's your holiday dream destination?
Holiday dream destination. Knowing me, it's probably Jamaica or South Africa.
So picture you holding the flag, the old Jamaican flag.
Yeah, Jamaica or South Africa. Somewhere I reckon like party a lot. I can, for a Cape Town by the beach, good music. I don't know, something like that. I don't go on holidays because I'm always training. I want to start going on holidays.
Yeah.
It's just I'm always training. I always want to be ready, but I feel like I do need to start going on holidays.
See you little.
Yeah, my coach doesn't let me. Like last time I was literally about to pay for my it was 2023. That's the last time I was gonna go on
Considering,
holiday. And since then I was like, I'm not going on holidays. Right? And that was like the first time I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pay for my holiday. I booked the hotel, booked everything. It was gonna be amazing. It was like all inclusive, blah blah blah.
Resort,
It was gonna be great. And I'm about to hit pay and my phone rings. It's my coach. I'm like, hey sir, you good? He's like, yeah, do you wanna train Orlando Bloom for a movie? Like this guy just knows how to get me. I'm like, yeah, so that would be great. Yeah, please. I was literally just, when would it be? He was like, oh, well, it starts from next week. I was like, oh, okay, because I was about to book my holiday now. He's like, yeah, nice.
forget it.
Yeah. I was like, okay, cool, thank you. So he's like, cool, at least you'll stay in the gym. And then he hangs up the phone. I was like, you just know.
He's
How the
reading.
hell do you know where literally everything is done? I just have to click on pay and it's booked. And then you call me then. But it ended up being a good thing for me because I made a friend in Orlando who's, he's a lovely guy and I think I got to see his professionalism, which is amazing. So
That's fate sometimes.
was that?
That's fate sometimes.
Yes, definitely. Like the professionalism that I saw in that man when we were filming, it was like, oh wow, like that's why he's who he is. And he's just a lovely guy. So it was worth it at the end of the day. But still, I want to go on holiday.
I haven't considered a holiday in a while. I
Yeah,
just like to stay in. I use the term clip farm. I just like to stay
yeah,
and make clips, edit, and then when I go on holiday, I'm going to do a big one
yeah,
because I know I've earned it.
yeah. Just go all out. And
Yeah,
that's where I'm at.
exactly. Yeah. And another question is, what's one piece of advice you'd like to give to us?
One piece of advice. Again, going
Said
back
it.
to what I
Yeah,
said earlier, literally find something that you love, stick to it. Worst case, you will have great memories. And then don't believe anything that makes you emotional on social media, whether it's like I said, it's attention media and emotional media. That's what I call it. It's literally there to make you emotional. What you're gonna see and what I'm gonna see on my feed is so different because what makes you emotional and what makes me emotional is again very different.
algorithm. Yeah,
Yeah, and there's a reason why they're doing it. So wherever you see online, step back. If you feel like whether it's making you happy or angry, no matter what, or excited, whatever, if it makes you feel any kind of way, emotional, step back and think about it. Why am I seeing this? And what could be the reason behind it?
exactly. Yeah, and even with whole like trading and stuff, all these rich guys they sell the news. They say, for example, oh, this Ethereum's going to crash,
Yeah,
and they're the ones buying it
yeah, of
in
course. They're
secret.
gonna make money on it. Yeah,
They're
100%.
making money off our emotions. And one more question to finish it off is a deep one for you, but where do you see yourself in 5 or 10 years?
I definitely see myself being a UFC champion
Hmm.
in that 5 to 10 year period. And then in 10 years, hopefully, I'm retired, I'm living on my farm, and I'm ready to. Yeah, I literally was having this conversation with my friends today. I was telling her that 35, that's when I'm going to be ready to like settle down and just focus. That's when I'm going to be done with the sport and then just focus on the next chapter of my life. That's where I see myself. But first, I got to get a title.
So yeah,
I need to get a title before I retire. I've done too much. I've done too much just to go out. I have to achieve something amazing, and then after that, I'll be good to go. I see where life takes me after.
that's the best. You got to leave with your head held high.
Yeah, well, that's literally it. So we'll go from there. But I got to win a world title, and then once that's done, I can look into other stuff in life.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you, Norbert.
Nah, thank you, man.
It's
I
been a
appreciate
pleasure.
it.
An hour of juice,
Yeah, it
pure,
was
pure
great.
good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
You enjoy it?
yeah, I loved it.
First
Thank you so much.
podcast or?
No, I've done a couple now. I've done a couple, but yeah, this was good. So I can't wait to see all of
It's,
this. Yeah.
I'll hit the clip farming.
All right,
So,
brilliant.
yeah. Cool. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you took something out of Norbert's journey. Obviously, a lot to look out for, and obviously a lot of stuff that happened already. So take something out of it, take some lessons, look at his story. Magic Norbi on Instagram and TikTok. Yeah, there we go. That's the plug. And hope you guys take care and take care.
Alhamdulillah.
Always. Phenom. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.